Today's Living Your Yoga is about head nods and dizziness. Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa West, and welcome to Living Your Yoga. Today I am here with one of your favorite guests, Tim Anderson of Original Strength. So a few weeks ago, several weeks ago now, Tim did a fabulous video for us all about head nods. And we talked about how head nods can stimulate your vestibular system and help you with balance. Now, if you stay all the way to the end, I will tell you where you can go to find out how to improve your standing balancing yoga postures, because that's one of the most often questions that I get. Anyway, some of you experience some dizziness and vertigo in response to the head nods that Tim showed you. And so Tim is here to clear that up today. Oh, I just want to remind you that Tim and I are not medical doctors. I'm a PhD, that's what the DR is for in front of my name, and Tim's not a medical doctor. So if you're experiencing dizziness and vertigo, it's important to speak to your medical doctor. Here's Tim.
Hey guys, recently I made a video showing how to do head nods in this position here, and I told you about all the wonderful benefits of doing head nods, as in that it activates your vestibular system, which is really connected to every muscle in your body. What I didn't tell you though is for some people, when they do head nods, they may get dizzy or nauseous. They may experience vertigo. And there could be several reasons that happens. One reason is that sometimes our vestibular system is not as healthy as we would like it to be. And our visual system and our vestibular system may also be fighting or disagreeing a little bit. So sometimes when we do head nods, our visual system is not tied into our vestibular system the way it should be, and it can make us feel kind of crummy. So in those cases, I like to treat dizziness or that nauseousness just like pain. You can move close to the edge of it, you just don't want to go into it. So just like you would not want to move into pain, you don't necessarily want to move into dizziness. So what you could do is just like what we talked about on the first video, is maybe you practice head nods where you can without going into dizziness. And for some of you, that may just be doing eye nods. It may just be that you hold your head still and you take your eyes up and down. And if you're okay there, maybe you take your eyes up a little bit and your head up a little bit, and you just move where you can without causing dizziness or discomfort. Now, for others of you, there may be other reasons that have nothing to do with your visual system and your vestibular system fighting. You may have, for whatever reason, vertigo for maybe some rocks in your ears or your vestibular system. And there are rocks in your vestibular system. Maybe they're not where they're supposed to be, or there could be some other things going on. If you get dizzy just in general in life, and you're concerned about that, you should probably go see a doctor or someone you trust, a specialist that you can talk to, and they can maybe examine what your particular cause for becoming dizzy is. If, however, you're somebody that it's simply when you do the head nods, or you determine that it's just your visual system, your vestibular system fighting a little bit, you can treat it just like we talked about in the first video. You move where you can move without going into pain or dizziness. So I hope that helps a little bit. You can actually overcome, depending on your issue, it is possible to overcome getting dizzy where you don't get dizzy anymore, and then all of a sudden you're able to ride roller coasters again and go to the fair and enjoy the rides. It is possible to kind of turn back your youth and regain your youth as far as moving your head goes and strengthening your vestibular system. So anyway, I just wanted to fill you in on that. I hope that you enjoy doing head nods and that you continue to enjoy doing head nods. But if you are someone that gets dizzy, don't just rush into it and make yourself feel horrible. That's not good for anybody. All right, so again, I'm Tim with Original Strength. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have more questions, please just let me or Dr. Melissa know, and we'll do our best to get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tim, for answering that question for my students and viewers. It's so great to move away from the edge, whether the edge is dizziness or pain, so any kind of discomfort like that. And I love eye nods as a modification. I know I need eye nods as a modification for pain. So at the beginning of the video, I told you where you could go to get more information on improving your standing balancing yoga poses. Since I put out Tim's first video on improving your balance with head nods, I've created a whole yoga class on improving your standing balancing yoga postures. It's called Brain Yoga for Standing Balancing Yoga Postures. And I'll link to the description and the link to the video in the show notes so you can find out more about it. It's in our membership community, so I'll link to how to become a member as well. But a lot of our members have built it into their weekly rotation, and they're experiencing a lot of significant improvements in their standing balancing postures. So that's it for us today. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks again to Tim for coming back and answering your questions. If you have any other questions or comments, leave them below. We love hearing from you. And that's it for today. Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.